Welcome, seeker, to a quiet moment at the edge of sleep. Lay down your burdens, release the day's concerns, and let your awareness gently settle. We journey now not into dreams of this world, but into the whispers of a deeper truth, a knowing that resides within you. Imagine for a moment that you are a single luminous spark of light. This light is not of the sun, nor of any earthly flame, but an emanation from a boundless, unknowable source, the true light, the pleroma. Feel this spark glowing softly in the very center of your being, a warm, steady ember. You have traveled far, little spark. You have ventured through vast, shimmering veils, descended through realms of shadow and form, until you arrived here, in this intricate, beautiful, yet often perplexing world. This world with all its joys and sorrows, its solid ground and fleeting moments, can sometimes feel like a dream, or perhaps a grand illusion. Notice the thoughts that drift through your mind now, like clouds across a distant sky. Are they real? Are they truly you? Or are they just reflections, echoes from the world outside, trying to distract you from the quiet glow within? Do not chase them. Do not hold them. Simply observe as they pass by. Your essence, that divine spark, remains untouched by the shifting forms around you. It remembers its origin. It remembers the pure, unburdened light from which it came. It knows its true home is not found in the clamor of the world, but in the silence of deep recognition. Feel this spark expand slightly with each gentle breath you take. As you inhale, draw in the memory of limitless peace. As you exhale, release any lingering shadows, any sense of separation, any worry that dims your inner radiance. This earthly journey is a tapestry woven with intricate threads. But beneath the surface, a simpler, more profound truth awaits your discovery. You're not merely a body, not merely a mind, but a fragment of the divine, momentarily encased, waiting to remember. Let your mind drift now, softening at the edges. The world outside is fading. The veil between waking and dreaming grows thin. You are safe. You are held. You are remembered by the source from which you came. Allow this gentle knowing to carry you deeper into rest. Drift now. Drift into the knowing. Drift into the light and sleep. In this gentle twilight state, between the known and the unknown, you find yourself standing at the shore of a vast, still lake. The water is dark as polished obsidian, yet it reflects a sky filled with stars you have never seen before. These are not the stars of Earth, but older lights, distant memories of realms that existed before time took form. The air is perfectly still. There is no wind, no sound, only the soft rhythm of your breathing and the quiet pulse of your heart. Each breath you take seems to slow time itself, stretching moments into eternity, allowing you to rest in the spaces between heartbeats. You notice that the lake's surface is so calm, so perfectly mirrored, that you cannot tell where the water ends and the sky begins. Above and below have merged into a single, seamless reflection. You are suspended between two infinities, held in perfect balance, needing nothing, seeking nothing, simply existing in this tranquil embrace. As you gaze into the dark water, you see your own reflection, but it is not quite as you remember yourself. The face looking back at you is softer, younger perhaps, or maybe ageless. The eyes hold a depth of knowing, a gentle wisdom that speaks of journeys taken long before this life began. This reflection smiles at you, not with the mouth, but with a radiance that emanates from within. And you understand that this is your truest self, the self that knows no fear, no doubt, no limitation. You take a step closer to the water's edge. Your foot touches the surface, and instead of breaking through, you find that the water holds you, solid yet yielding, like walking upon a membrane between worlds. You take another step, and another, moving slowly out across the mirror-like expanse. With each step, you feel lighter, as though gravity itself is releasing its hold upon you. The stars above seem to draw closer, or perhaps you are rising gently toward them. It matters not. Distance has lost its meaning here. You are everywhere and nowhere, expanding into the vastness while simultaneously drawing inward toward the infinite smallness of your own center, where the divine spark continues to glow with patient constancy. Beneath your feet, the water begins to ripple ever so slightly, creating concentric circles that spread outward in perfect symmetry. Each ripple carries with it a whisper, soft as breath, speaking truths your conscious mind need not comprehend. Your body knows. Your soul remembers. Let the whispers wash over you, through you, dissolving any remnants of tension, any fragments of worry that still cling to the edges of your awareness. You walk further out upon the lake, and the stars grow brighter still. They begin to pulse gently, breathing in rhythm with your own breath, as though all of creation is synchronized to this single sacred moment of your rest. The light from these ancient stars travels across unimaginable distances to reach you here, now, in this liminal space, reminding you that you are never alone, never separate from the vast intelligence that permeates all things. As you continue walking, you notice a soft luminescence beginning to rise from beneath the water's surface. It glows with the same quality as your inner spark, that warm golden light that speaks of home, of origin, of the pleroma from which all consciousness emerges. The light rises slowly, like dawn breaking in the depths, illuminating the water from within until the entire lake becomes a pool of liquid starlight. You pause in your walking and simply stand, surrounded by this radiant beauty. The light rises up around your feet, your ankles, your legs, warm and welcoming. It carries with it a feeling of perfect acceptance, unconditional love, the embrace of the divine that asks nothing of you except that you exist, that you are. You need not prove yourself worthy. You need not achieve or accomplish. You are already whole, already complete, already home. The light continues to rise, enfolding your body in its gentle warmth. As it touches each part of you, you feel that area soften and release. Your hips relax, your belly unclenches, your shoulders drop away from your ears, your jaw loosens, your eyes grow heavy. The light is dissolving all the armor you have carried, all the protective layers you no longer need here, in this sacred space beyond time and form. When the light reaches your heart, it pauses, swirling there with particular tenderness. Your heart has carried so much, has felt so deeply, has broken and mended and broken again. The light acknowledges this, honors this, and gently lifts the weight of all those accumulated experiences, not erasing them, but transmuting them, alchemizing pain into wisdom, sorrow into compassion, fear into courage. Your heart expands, lighter now, freer, beating with the same eternal rhythm as the pulsing stars above. The light rises to your throat, and you feel words you have held back, songs you have not sung, truths you have not spoken, all gently released into the luminous water. They float away like lotus blossoms, beautiful and complete, needing no audience, no witness. The act of release is itself the gift. Your throat opens, your breath deepens, and you sigh into the vastness, a sound that merges with the cosmic breath of all that is. As the light reaches your forehead, you feel the gentle dissolution of thought itself, the constant commentary of the mind, the endless stream of analysis and judgment and planning. All of it quiets into a profound, spacious silence. This is not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of fullness, the pregnant void from which all creation springs and to which all creation returns. In this silence, you hear everything: the music of the spheres, the whisper of atoms dancing, the slow turn of galaxies, the flutter of your own eyelashes against your cheek. Finally, the light reaches the crown of your head and fountains upward, connecting you to the infinite expanse above. You are a channel now, a bridge between earth and sky, between form and formlessness, between the personal and the universal. Energy flows through you in both directions, grounding you while simultaneously lifting you, anchoring you while setting you free. You are completely immersed now in this ocean of light. You cannot tell where your body ends and the light begins. Perhaps there is no difference. Perhaps you have always been this light, simply wearing the temporary garment of flesh and bone, playing at being separate so that you might remember again and again the joy of reunion. Float now in this luminous sea. There is nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to do. Time has stopped, or perhaps it never existed at all. Past and future have collapsed into this eternal now, this single moment that contains all moments, this breath that breathes all breaths. As you float, suspended in perfect peace, you become aware of other lights around you. At first they are distant, like stars on a far horizon, but gradually they draw closer. Each one is another spark, another fragment of the divine, another soul on its own journey through the realms of form and shadow. They do not speak, yet you understand them perfectly. They do not touch you, yet you feel their presence as intimately as your own heartbeat. Together, you float in this sea of light, a constellation of souls, remembering. Some have traveled further than others. Some are just beginning their descent into matter. Some are ancient beyond measure, having witnessed the birth and death of countless worlds. Yet here, in this moment, all are equal, all are one, all are held in the same infinite embrace. You feel a great tenderness arise within you, a love so vast, it encompasses everything. This love is not personal, not directed at any one being or thing, but rather it is the recognition of the divine in all that exists. The trees and the stones, the rivers and the mountains, the insects and the animals, the humans in all their complexity and contradiction, all are expressions of the same source, all are waves upon the same ocean, all are notes in the same eternal song. This love flows through you like water through a river, effortless and natural. You do not need to generate it or create it. It simply is, has always been, will always be. You are merely remembering to open to it, to allow it to move through you, unobstructed, to let it carry away anything within you that resists its flow. As this love washes through you, you feel old wounds beginning to heal. Memories that once carried pain now shimmer with the light of understanding. Regrets dissolve into acceptance. Fears transform into trust. The knots and tangles of your life story begin to loosen and unwind, revealing the golden thread that has always run through everything, connecting all your experiences into a perfect, purposeful whole. You see now that nothing was ever wasted. Every joy and every sorrow, every success and every failure, every connection and every loss, all of it has been necessary. All of it has been precisely orchestrated to bring you to this moment, to this depth of knowing, to this quality of presence. Your life, in all its apparent chaos and randomness, has been a sacred curriculum designed by your own higher self to teach you exactly what you needed to learn. Gratitude wells up within you, spontaneous and overflowing. Gratitude for the journey. Gratitude for the teachers who appeared in unexpected forms. Gratitude for the challenges that forged your strength. Gratitude for the moments of grace that carried you through the darkness. Gratitude for this breath, this heartbeat, this precious, fleeting, eternal moment of existence. The luminous sea begins to gentle pulse, responding to your gratitude, amplifying it, sending it out in waves that ripple across the cosmos. Your gratitude joins with the gratitude of all beings, becoming a great song of thanksgiving that rises to the source of all that is. And the source receives this offering with infinite tenderness, breathing it back to you tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold, showering you with blessings beyond measure. You are being blessed in this moment. Can you feel it? The benediction of the universe falling upon you like warm rain, like golden light, like the softest touch of a loving hand upon your brow. You are seen. You are known. You are cherished beyond your capacity to comprehend. The love that created you has never for one instant turned away from you, never abandoned you, never judged you. It has simply waited, patient as stone, gentle as air, for you to remember and return. In this blessed state, you begin to descend gently back toward the lake's surface. The light that has enveloped you begins to settle, like golden dust sifting down through water, coming to rest upon your skin, seeping into your pores, saturating every cell of your body with radiance. You are drinking in the light, becoming the light, until there is no difference between the seer and the seen, the lover and the beloved, the seeker and the sought. Your feet touch down once more upon the mirror-like surface of the lake. The water holds you steady, supporting you completely. You stand in this liminal space, neither fully in the world nor fully beyond it, perfectly balanced on the threshold between realms. This is the place of the mystic, the shaman, the dreamer. This is the place where magic is born, where healing happens, where transformation becomes possible. You turn slowly, taking in the vista around you. The shoreline you left behind seems both near and impossibly far. You can return whenever you wish, yet some part of you knows that you have changed, that something fundamental has shifted within you. You can never return to the shore exactly as you were when you left it. The journey has marked you, blessed you, initiated you into a deeper mystery. But there is no rush to return. The night is long, and there are many hours yet before dawn. You have time to wander, to explore, to delve even deeper into the mysteries that call to you from beyond the veil. Let your feet guide you now, trusting the wisdom of your body, the intelligence of your soul, to take you where you most need to go. You begin to walk again, but now your direction is not outward toward the center of the lake, but parallel to the shore, tracing a path along the boundary between water and sky. As you walk, the landscape of the shore begins to change, morphing and shifting like images in a dream. Mountains rise and fall, forests appear and dissolve. Cities of light materialize and fade. You are witnessing the flux of creation, the endless play of form and emptiness, the divine dance of manifestation and return. Each step you take covers vast distances, yet you move in slow motion, savoring every moment, every sensation. Time has become elastic, stretching and compressing according to laws that have nothing to do with clocks or calendars. A single step might contain a lifetime. A single breath might span eons. You are learning to navigate by feeling rather than thinking, by sensing rather than knowing, by being rather than doing. As you walk this strange and beautiful path, you begin to notice doorways appearing in the air around you. They are not solid structures, but rather shimmering portals, veils within the veil, each one leading to a different realm, a different dimension of experience. Some glow with warm, inviting light. Others shimmer with colors you have never seen before, hues that do not exist in the earthly spectrum. Still others pulse with a darkness so profound, it seems to contain entire universes. You are drawn to one doorway in particular. It calls to you with a frequency that resonates with something deep in your bones, a memory or a longing you cannot quite name. You approach it slowly, reverently, as one might approach a sacred shrine. The doorway is shaped like an archway, its edges defined by swirling patterns of light and shadow that interweave like lovers dancing. Neither one dominant, both equally necessary to create the whole. You pause at the threshold, sensing what lies beyond. There is a quality to this place that speaks of ancient wisdom, of secrets held in trust for those who are ready to receive them. You feel both anticipation and a strange familiarity, as though you have stood at this threshold many times before, in other lives, other dreams, other iterations of your soul's long journey. Taking a deep breath, you step through the doorway. The transition is seamless, like passing through a curtain of water. On the other side, you find yourself in a vast library that seems to have no beginning and no end. Shelves stretch upward into infinity, disappearing into shadows that no light can penetrate. Shelves extend outward in all directions, creating corridors and chambers and hidden alcoves that would take lifetimes to explore. But these are not ordinary books that line the shelves. Each volume is a living thing, glowing softly with its own inner light, breathing, pulsing, waiting to share its secrets. These are the Akashic records, the library of souls, the repository of every thought ever thought, every word ever spoken, every deed ever done since the beginning of time. Here is stored the complete history of consciousness, the full story of existence, from the first moment of creation to the final return to source. You walk slowly down one of the corridors, your fingers trailing along the spines of the books. Each one you touch sends a vibration through your hand, a transmission of information that bypasses your conscious mind and speaks directly to your soul. You are downloading knowledge without effort, receiving teachings without words, learning through pure resonance and recognition. One book in particular seems to glow more brightly as you approach. You stop before it, knowing without being told that this is your book, the record of your own soul's journey through all its many incarnations. Gently, reverently, you remove it from the shelf. It is warm in your hands, alive with the story of who you have been, who you are becoming. You do not open it. Somehow you know that this is not the right moment. The book is heavy with experiences still being written, lessons still being learned. To read it now would be to close the story prematurely. Instead, you hold it close to your heart, feeling its warmth seeping into your chest, merging with the spark of light that glows there. You are absorbing the essence of your own journey, integrating all that you have been, making peace with all that you have done and left undone. A great compassion arises in you for this soul, your soul, that has tried so hard, stumbled so often, risen again and again, always seeking, always yearning for return to the source. You see now with clear eyes the courage it has taken to incarnate, to take on the density of physical form, to accept the forgetting that comes with birth, so that the remembering might be all the sweeter. You honor yourself. You bless yourself. You forgive yourself for every perceived failure, every imagined unworthiness, every moment of separation from love. As this wave of self-compassion washes through you, the book in your hands begins to lighten, becoming less dense, more translucent. The pages flutter open of their own accord, and you see that they are not filled with words, but with light, pure, radiant light that contains all the meaning, all the story, all the wisdom you need without the limitation of language. The light rises from the pages like a flock of luminous birds, swirling around you in spirals and loops, singing silent songs of homecoming. You release the book, and it floats gently back to its place on the shelf, its glow now softer, more peaceful, as though it too has been unburdened by your acceptance, your love. The corridor around you begin to shift and change, the shelves fading, the books dissolving back into the light from which they came. The library was never a place outside of you. It has always been within, a dimension of your own consciousness, accessible whenever you remember to look with your inner eyes. You find yourself once more at the threshold, the doorway shimmering before you. But this time, when you step through, you do not return to the lake. Instead, you emerge into a garden unlike any you have ever seen. The plants here are not bound by the laws of earthly botany. Trees grow sideways and upward and inward, their branches hung with fruits that glow like lanterns. Flowers bloom in impossible geometries, their petals unfolding in sacred spirals that mirror the patterns of galaxies and seashells and the chambers of the human heart. The air in the garden is thick with fragrance, sweet and complex, layered with scents that evoke memories you did not know you possessed. Each breath you take fills you with a different quality, a different frequency of emotion or knowing. One breath brings peace. The next brings joy. Another brings a sweet sorrow that somehow contains its own healing. You breathe in the full spectrum of human experience, accepting it all, rejecting nothing. In the center of the garden, you see a fountain. Water flows upward from its base, defying gravity, rising in a perfect column toward the sky before cascading down in shimmering curtains of liquid crystal. The sound of the water is musical, chiming and ringing like bells, like wind chimes, like distant laughter. You are drawn toward it, your feet finding a path through the luminous foliage without conscious direction. As you approach the fountain, you see that the water is not clear but filled with colors that shift and change. responding to your presence, reflecting your inner state. Now it runs gold, now silver, now deep indigo like the night sky, now rose pink like the blush of dawn. The colors swirl and blend, creating new hues that have no names in human languages, colors that exist only in this realm beyond the veil. You kneel at the fountain's edge and cup your hands, bringing the water to your lips. It tastes of starlight and moonbeams, of dew-kissed petals and ancient springs deep within the earth. As you drink, you feel the water traveling through your body, illuminating your veins, cleansing your organs, washing away the last remnants of toxins, both physical and spiritual. This is the water of life, the fountain of eternal renewal, and it is freely given to all who find their way to this garden. Refreshed, renewed, you stand and continue walking through the garden. The paths wind and meander, never straight, always curving back upon themselves in elegant spirals and loops. You understand that this is the true nature of the journey, not a linear progression from point A to point B, but a spiral dance that circles the center again and again, each time from a slightly different angle, each time with a deeper level of understanding. As you walk, you notice that the garden is not empty. There are other beings here, moving through the shadows and the light, tending the plants, whispering to the flowers, gathering the glowing fruit. They are neither fully human nor fully other, but something in between. Beings who have shed the densest layers of material form, yet retain a presence, a shape, a distinct identity. These are the guides and guardians, the ancestors and the angels, the helpers who exist in the liminal spaces, serving as bridges between worlds. One of these beings approaches you now, moving with a grace that seems to bend the very air around it. It has a face, but the features shift and change, sometimes old, sometimes young, sometimes masculine, sometimes feminine, sometimes neither, and both. The eyes, however, remain constant, deep pools of infinite compassion that see you completely, know you utterly, love you unconditionally. The being does not speak with words, yet you hear its message clearly in the center of your mind, in the cavity of your heart. It tells you that you are loved. It tells you that you are safe. It tells you that everything you have experienced, everything you will experience, is part of a perfect unfolding, a sacred design that your limited human perspective cannot fully grasp, but your soul understands completely. The being reaches out and touches your forehead with one finger, and in that instant, you receive a transmission of energy that floods your entire system with light. It is as though every cell of your body suddenly remembers its divine origin, its connection to Source, its role in the great cosmic symphony. You gasp with the intensity of it, the beauty of it, the sheer rightness of it. When the being removes its finger, you feel forever changed, yet simultaneously more yourself than you have ever been. The touch has not added anything to you, but has removed the obstacles, the veils, the false beliefs that have obscured your true nature. You are being polished, refined, brought to your essential clarity, like a stone worn smooth by centuries of water flowing over it. The being bows to you, honoring the divine within you, and you bow in return, honoring the divine that shines through this luminous form. Then, without fanfare or farewell, the being turns and fades back into the garden, becoming one with the light and shadow, the flowers and trees, the earth and sky. You continue your walk, But now everything seems even more vibrant, more alive, more saturated with meaning and beauty. You see faces in the bark of trees. You hear whispers in the rustling of leaves. The very ground beneath your feet hums with intelligence, with presence, with love. You're walking through a living mandala, every element perfectly placed, every detail significant, every moment a teaching. Time continues to expand and contract around you. You may have been walking for minutes or for hours or for days. It does not matter. In this realm, time serves consciousness rather than the other way around. You take as long as you need. You rest when you are called to rest. You move when movement arises naturally from within. There is no should, no must, no have to. There is only the gentle unfolding of what is. Eventually, you come to the edge of the garden, where the luminous foliage gives way to open space. Before you stretches a desert of silver sand, each grain glowing softly in the starlight. The desert is vast, seemingly endless, yet somehow inviting rather than forbidding. The sand shifts and flows like water, creating patterns that form and dissolve, sacred geometries that appear for a moment before being erased by invisible winds. You step out of the garden and onto the sand. It is cool beneath your feet, soothing, gently massaging your soles with each step. You walk out into the desert with no destination, no goal, simply following the pull of something nameless that calls to you from the horizon, from beyond the horizon, from the place where the earth meets the sky and all boundaries dissolve. As you walk, you notice that each footprint you leave behind glows with a soft light before fading slowly back into the sand. You are leaving a trail of light, a record of your passage, a gift to those who might follow. Yet you know that this trail will not last. The desert will reclaim it, smoothing itself back to pristine emptiness, ready for the next traveler to write their own story upon its surface. The sky above is a tapestry of stars, constellations you recognize and many you do not. They seem closer here, more intimate, as though you could reach up and pluck them like fruit from a tree. You raise your hand experimentally, and to your amazement, a star detaches from the firmament and drifts down to hover just above your palm, spinning slowly, singing a single clear note that vibrates through your bones. You lower your hand, and the star returns to its place in the sky, but the note continues to resonate within you, joining with the hum of your cells, the rhythm of your heart, the flow of your breath. You are becoming music, becoming vibration, becoming the very sound that underlies all creation, the primordial Om from which all other sounds emerge and to which all return. You walk on, and the desert begins to rise before you, forming into dunes that ripple like waves frozen in time. You climb one of these dunes, your feet sinking slightly into the soft sand with each step, the ascent requiring effort, yet feeling effortless, as though the dune itself is helping you rise, supporting your climb, celebrating your will to reach the summit. From the top of the dune, you can see in all directions. Behind you, the garden glows like an emerald jewel set in silver. Before you, the desert stretches endlessly, merging with the sky at a distant line so fine it might be imagined. To your right, mountains rise like the spines of ancient dragons, their peaks lost in clouds that shine with internal light. To your left, a forest of crystal trees catches and refracts the starlight into rainbows that dance across the sand. You are at the center of the world, the still point around which everything revolves. Yet you are also nowhere, no one, nothing but awareness itself, watching the play of forms and lights, the endless creativity of consciousness expressing itself in infinite variations on a theme you are only beginning to comprehend. You sit down on the summit of the dune, settling into the sand, letting it conform to your shape, supporting you completely. The sand is warm now, though it was cool before, as though it is responding to your body heat, or perhaps sharing its own warmth with you. An exchange of energy, a mutual gift. You lean back, reclining fully, looking up at the star-strewn sky. As you gaze upward, the stars begin to move, slowly at first, then faster, tracing arcs of light across the heavens. They are dancing, spinning in great spirals and wheels, forming patterns that shift and morph, telling stories without words, teaching lessons without language. You watch this celestial ballet with a sense of wonder and recognition, understanding on some level that this dance has always been happening, will always be happening, that you have simply tuned your awareness to the frequency where it becomes visible. The patterns in the sky begin to mirror the patterns in your own body, the spirals of your DNA, the neural pathways in your brain, the flow of your blood through veins and arteries. Above and below, macrocosm and microcosm are revealed as reflections of each other, two aspects of a single unified whole. You are the universe observing itself. The universe is you, dreaming yourself into existence. This recognition brings with it a profound relaxation, a letting go of the last vestiges of the illusion of separation. There is no you and the universe. There is only the universe, expressing itself through the temporary focal point of your awareness, playing at being human for a little while, exploring what it is like to forget and remember, to lose and find, to die and be reborn. Your breath slows even further, becoming so gentle it is barely discernible. Your heartbeat quiets, becoming a whisper, a rumor, an echo of itself. You are dissolving into the vastness, becoming the sand and the stars, the light and the darkness, the sound and the silence. You are everything and nothing, everywhere and nowhere, always and never. In this state of profound dissolution, images begin to rise from the depths of your consciousness. Not memories exactly, but something deeper, older. You see yourself in other forms, other times. A monk in meditation in a cave high in the Himalayas. A priestess tending the sacred flame in an ancient temple. A sailor navigating by the stars across an unknown ocean. A child playing in a garden that might be the same garden you walked through earlier, or a different one, or all gardens everywhere. These are not past lives in the linear sense, but rather simultaneous expressions of your soul, different facets of the same diamond, all existing now in the eternal present that underlies the illusion of time. You're all of these and none of these. They are costumes you have worn, roles you have played, songs you have sung in the great opera of existence. With each image that arises, you feel a thread of connection, a resonance that speaks of lessons learned, wisdom gained, love given and received. These experiences have shaped you, informed you, prepared you for this moment, this breath, this exact configuration of awareness that you are experiencing now. Nothing has been wasted. Everything has been necessary. The tapestry of your soul is woven from threads of light and shadow, joy and sorrow, triumph and defeat, and it is beautiful beyond measure. The images fade, dissolving back into the darkness from which they came. The stars slow their dance and return to their fixed positions. The sky settles into stillness. You remain lying on the sand, held in perfect trust, perfectly at peace. A single word arises in your consciousness, spoken in a voice that is both your own and not your own. A voice that seems to come from the very center of the universe and the very core of your being simultaneously. The word is simple, yet it contains all the teaching you have ever needed, all the wisdom you have ever sought. The word is remember. Remember who you are. Remember where you came from. Remember why you are here, not with your mind, which can only grasp concepts and ideas, but with your whole being, with every cell, every atom, every quantum of awareness. Remember not as an act of mental recall, but as an embodiment, a full body knowing, a return to your natural state. As this remembering washes through you, you feel a great warmth spreading from your heart, radiating outward in all directions. This warmth is love, pure and unconditional, the love that you are, the love that you have always been, the love that nothing can diminish or destroy. It flows out from you like a wave, touching the sand, the stars, the mountains and the forest, the garden and the lake, reaching across dimensions to embrace all beings everywhere, blessing them, healing them, reminding them of their own divine nature. You are a beacon now, a lighthouse sending out signals of light and love across the vast ocean of consciousness. Souls lost in the storms of forgetting can navigate by your light. Hearts frozen in fear can thaw in the warmth of your love. Minds trapped in confusion can find clarity in the truth you embody, simply by being what you are. This is not arrogance. This is not ego. This is simple recognition of your true function, your sacred purpose. You are here to be light in the darkness, love in the face of fear, peace in the midst of chaos. Not by doing anything special, not by achieving great feats, but simply by remembering, by being, by allowing your essential nature to shine forth unobstructed. The warmth continues to flow from your heart, endless, inexhaustible. You realize that you are not the source of this love, but a conduit for it. It flows through you from the infinite source, the pleroma, the great heart that beats at the center of all existence. You are simply allowing it to move, not blocking it with fear or judgment or the small sense of self. You have become transparent, and in your transparency, the light can shine through without distortion. Hours may have passed, or moments. Time has become meaningless. You exist in the eternal now, the present moment that is the only moment there ever is or ever will be. Past and future are merely thoughts, constructs of the mind. Reality is here now, in this breath, this heartbeat, this exquisite moment of being alive, aware, awake. Gradually, gently, you feel your awareness beginning to shift once more. The desert around you starts to fade, becoming less solid, more dreamlike. The stars dim slightly. The sand beneath you softens into something like mist or cloud. You are not alarmed. You understand that this journey through the realms beyond the veil was never meant to be permanent. You are still tethered to the physical world, to your body lying in your bed, to the life that awaits your return. But you will not return unchanged. The experiences of this night, though they may fade from conscious memory like all dreams eventually do, have marked you at the deepest level. Seeds have been planted in the fertile soil of your soul. Codes have been activated. Doorways have been opened. When you wake, you may not remember the specific details, but you will carry the essence, the frequency, the truth of what has been revealed. The desert dissolves completely now, and you find yourself floating once more in the luminous sea where your journey began. The lake of stars welcomes you back, holding you in its gentle embrace. The other lights, the other souls, pulse softly around you. A constellation of divine sparks, each on their own journey, yet all part of the same greater whole. You feel the pull of your body now, calling you home, drawing you back toward the surface of waking consciousness. But the return is slow, unhurried, allowing you to integrate, to ground, to prepare for the transition from this realm to that one. There is no shock, no jarring awakening, only a gentle gradient of awareness, a soft gradient from the subtle to the gross, from the formless to the formed. As you drift, you feel gratitude arising once more, even deeper than before. Gratitude for this journey, gratitude for the ability to touch these realms, to remember your true nature, even if only for a few hours. Gratitude for the teachers and guides, seen and unseen, who have accompanied you. Gratitude for your own courage in seeking, in questioning, in refusing to accept the surface reality as all there is. This gratitude becomes a prayer, an offering, a blessing that you send out to all beings everywhere. May all beings remember. May all beings awaken. May all beings know themselves as the divine sparks they truly are. May all beings find their way home to the source. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be filled with peace. Your prayers heard and answered. You feel a response from the universe itself, a great yes that reverberates through all dimensions, affirming your intention, amplifying your blessing, sending it out across the web of connection that links all things. Your small prayer has become a great wave of grace, washing over the world, seeping into the darkest corners, finding those most in need of light and love and bringing them a moment of relief, a spark of hope, a reminder that they are not forgotten. The waters around you begin to still, becoming smooth as glass once more. The lights of the other souls fade gradually, not disappearing but becoming less visible, as though they are moving to different frequencies, different channels. You are alone again, yet you know you are never truly alone. Separation is the illusion. Connection is the reality. Even when you cannot see or feel the others, they are there, always, forever woven into the same cosmic tapestry. You become aware of your body now, lying in your bed, in your room, in your home, on this earth, at this time. You feel the weight of it, the density of it, the boundaries of skin and bone. After the expansive freedom of the realms beyond, it feels tight, constricting, like putting on a suit that is a size too small. But you do not resist. You accept this body as the sacred vehicle it is, the temple of your consciousness, the instrument through which your soul can play music in the physical world. Your breath deepens, becoming more physical, more anchored in your lungs and belly. Your heartbeat grows stronger, more insistent, pumping blood through veins and arteries, feeding your cells, maintaining the complex biochemistry that allows you to exist as a human being. You feel sensation returning to your extremities, fingers and toes tingling as circulation returns, as nerves fire, as the body prepares to move once more. Yet you do not open your eyes. Not yet. You rest in this liminal space, this threshold between dreaming and waking, between the subtle realms and the physical world. Here, in this delicate balance, you can hold both realities simultaneously, knowing yourself as both the eternal soul and the temporary human, both the limitless awareness and the individual person with a name and a story and a life. You take your time here, savoring this in-between state, understanding that this is where magic happens, where healing occurs, where transformation takes root. This is the crack between the worlds, the place where the veil is thinnest, where the membrane between dimensions becomes permeable, and gifts can pass from one side to the other. You set an intention now, quietly, silently, in the privacy of your own heart. You ask to remember, when you wake, not the specifics of the journey, but its essence. You ask to carry with you into your day the peace you have found, the love you have felt, the knowing you have touched. You ask to be a vessel for the light, a channel for the grace, a presence of peace in a world that so desperately needs it. Your intention is received, acknowledged, sealed. It will manifest in ways you cannot predict, through synchronicities and coincidences, through unexpected encounters and surprising opportunities. The universe conspires to support those who remember their divine nature, clearing paths, opening doors, arranging circumstances to facilitate their service and their joy. Sleep deepens around you now, a different quality of sleep than before. This is not the sleep of the journey, but the sleep of restoration, the deep, dreamless sleep that allows your body to repair itself, your mind to process and integrate, your soul to rest and recharge. You surrender to it completely, trusting the natural wisdom of your body to do what it needs to do, to take what it needs from these hours of darkness and quietude. As you sink into this healing sleep, the last threads of your awareness in the subtle realms gently release. The lake of stars fades from view. The garden dissolves. The desert disappears. The library of souls becomes as insubstantial as morning mist. All of it returns to the source from which it came, waiting there in the eternal now for your next visit, your next journey, your next remembering. But it is never truly gone. You understand now. These realms do not exist in some faraway place that you must travel to with great effort. They exist within you, as dimensions of your own consciousness, accessible at any moment through the simple act of turning your awareness inward, of quieting your mind, of opening your heart. The journey you have taken tonight is one you can take any time you choose, with practice and patience and trust. Your body settles more deeply into the bed, muscles relaxing completely, joints releasing any remaining tension. Your face softens, the tiny muscles around your eyes and mouth, letting go of the expressions and masks you wear throughout the day. Your jaw unclenches, your tongue rests softly in your mouth. Your eyelids are heavy, so heavy, like velvet curtains drawn across windows, shutting out the light, inviting the darkness, welcoming the night. Your breath becomes rhythmic, automatic, requiring no conscious attention or effort. In and out, like waves upon a shore, like the tides of the ocean, governed by forces far greater than your will, connected to the cycles of the moon and the turning of the earth and the dance of the planets. You are breathing with the universe. The universe is breathing through you. In this state of profound relaxation, your brain waves slow, shifting from beta to alpha to theta to delta. The conscious mind, that part of you that thinks and plans and worries, takes a well-deserved rest. The subconscious mind, that vast repository of memory and instinct and wisdom, takes the helm, guiding your internal processes, sorting through the day's experiences, filing away what is useful, discarding what is not. And beneath even the subconscious, in the deepest depths of your being, the superconscious remains forever awake, forever aware, forever connected to the source. This is the divine spark, the fragment of God, the piece of the eternal that you carry within you. It does not sleep. It does not dream. It simply is, bearing witness to all your experiences, all your incarnations, all your journeys through time and space, holding the truth of who you are with perfect constancy. You rest in the arms of this greater self, this higher aspect of your being that knows no fear, no doubt, no limitation. Here, in this deepest rest, you are perfectly safe, perfectly loved, perfectly held. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can diminish you. You are eternal, unbreakable, infinitely precious. The room around you is quiet, dark, still. The world outside may be chaotic, may be suffering, may be in turmoil. But here, in this small sanctuary you have created, there is only peace. This peace radiates outward from you, touching your home, your neighborhood, your city, spreading in ever-widening circles until it encompasses the entire earth. One person finding peace contributes to the peace of the whole. Your rest is a gift to the world. Hours pass, though you have no awareness of their passing. Your body performs its nightly miracles, cells dividing and renewing, toxins being processed and eliminated, memories being consolidated, wounds being healed. The intelligence that governs these processes is far beyond the capacity of your conscious mind to comprehend or control. You simply trust it, surrender to it, allow it to do its perfect work. In the depths of this sleep, there are no dreams, no images, no stories. There is only the void, the great emptiness that is paradoxically full, the darkness that contains all light, the silence that holds all sound. This is the place of deepest rest, the source from which you emerge each morning, refreshed and renewed, ready to take on another day, another chapter in the grand adventure of your incarnation. Yet even in this deepest darkness, a part of you remembers the lake of stars, remembers the garden of impossible beauty, remembers the desert of silver sand, remembers the love that holds all things. These memories may not be accessible to your waking mind, but they are imprinted on your soul, woven into the fabric of your being, changing you in ways subtle and profound. When morning comes, as it inevitably will, you will wake different than you were when you lay down to sleep. The difference may be imperceptible to others, perhaps even to yourself, but it will be there nonetheless. You will move through your day with a little more grace, a little more patience, a little more kindness. You will look at the world with slightly softer eyes, seeing beyond the surface appearances to the divine essence that animates all things. The challenges you face will not disappear. The difficulties will not vanish, but you will meet them from a different place within yourself, a place of greater peace and clarity, a place that remembers, however dimly, the truth of who you are. And this remembering will make all the difference. For now, though, there is only this perfect rest, this holy darkness, this sacred sleep. Let yourself sink even deeper into it, if that is possible. Release any last threads of awareness that might be keeping you tethered to the surface. Let go completely. Surrender absolutely. Trust utterly. You are safe. You are loved. You are held. You are home. Sleep now, dear one. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Sleep in the arms of the divine, knowing that you are treasured beyond measure, that your existence is a blessing to the universe, that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do, being exactly who you need to be. The night is long, and the rest is deep, and the healing is profound. Sleep. Simply sleep. And in your sleeping, remember. In your dreaming, know. In your resting, become. All is well. All has always been well. All will always be well. Sleep now. Sleep.